So one sunny day, a group of girls who loves to read and study Greek mythology having their weekly meeting to discuss the poem they are currently reading and grasping. The title is Icarus and Catechism Class, that is related to the story of Icarus and Daedalus.
Hello guys! Welcome to our weekly meeting to discuss our insights and realizations about the poem of Icarus in Catechism Class. We picked 3 persons who will have their personal insight about the poem, and they are Johanna, Joyce, and Rogielyn. Also, we picked one who will share the summary of the story Icarus and Daedalus for us to have a background about what the poem's talking about, and that is Angelica.
Hi guys! I'm happy to see you. So, this is how the story goes. Daedalus, an Athenian inventor, architect, and sculptor, was banished and escaped to Crete following the deliberate murder of his apprentice Perdix out of jealousy. In Crete, he was recruited by the court of King Minos. Among the many services he provided for the king, the most famous task was the building of labyrinth. The labyrinth was first conceived to confine the monstrous Minotaur, a half-man, half-bull creature created due to Minos' own ingratitude towards the god of the sea, Poseidon. King Minos was fearful that the talents of Daedalus would escape his court. Moreover, following an incident involving Theseus and the Minotaur, Daedalus fell out of favor with the king and subsequently was locked up. However, the king knew that Daedalus would have his own method of escaping his own architectural masterpiece. So the exit of Labyrinth was heavily guarded, and Daedalus, along with his son, was locked in a place of higher altitude. In the small room of confinement, there was a window. Daedalus, having observed the flight of birds and received many visits from his avian friends, so he devised a plan. Through a waxen feather, Daedalus made 2 pairs of wings. Finally, on the day of the escape, Daedalus warned his son not to fly too high near the sun, for the heat of the sun could easily melt the wax of the wings. However, upon escaping, Icarus soared up into the sky from giddiness. Poor Daedalus! He could only watch as his son dropped into the sea wingless.
Wow! Thank you, Wange. Thank you for giving us the background about what is Icarus and Catechism Class is all about. Now, let's move on to giving the insights and their realization. Johanna, take over.
Yay! So, I got the first stanza. I would like to read it for you. Listen. Or make as angels all with dirty feet, without wings chanting the beatitudes, exaltation nor due counting, the silver hallows on the heads of saints, and ignoring the pastels on the stunning stained glass window. I can relate this to the story that Icarus mode revolving to the concept of being boredom. This literary works refers to the human structures that want to have wings like an angel's to fly and escape from hopeless, because they have been accused to the crime that they have never been done.
The second stanza is: This morning, Daedalus, my father, scraping the wax of last night's taper, spoke of escape from this dark labyrinth, this walled-in wilderness where the blackbirds twitter, homilies from the pulpit. In this part, Daedalus and Icarus taught us many things. Daedalus is a genius inventor and craftsman. he invents so many things that can help everyone in Athens. He can make everything like it was real, and he can make things that no one can think of. But King imprisoned him with his son in a tall tower, where they can't escape and live there to the rest of their lives. But Daedalus is a genius that he has an idea of how to escape from their prison cell. He uses the bird's feather and the wax of a candle to make things that they can use to fly. Both men departure from the path of moderation dearly, Icarus with his life and Daedalus with his regret.
And lastly, the third stanza is, "Oh, I wait the noon. Soon the minutes will glibly run into the decades full of women and sinners. O hour of my death, oh let the noon bell ring. I want to go home, I want to put on my wings." It tells us that in life, we can escape through something. Those things that we've been through and those things that we've been done, whether it is right or wrong. So I think it leaves us a lesson that we must think before we criticize. Because sometimes, flying or pursuing on what you want to do by forgetting your responsibilities and someday will drag you down and has a tendency to kill you as well. It means that flying can help you escape in the cruelty of life and the world. Just remember that regret is always in the end, and you can never go back in the past. Once you did it, there's no turning back.
Overall, the main realization we have is that we must always think of what we will do, like how Daedalus wants to escape from the labyrinth with his son, safe and sound. So he told his son not to fly too close to the sun and not too low, for the water will make the feathers heavy. But we know what happens next. Becomes under the wonder of flying, so he gets to his limit. He flew too close to the sun, that causes the wax melt and the feathers to discord. That's why it's too late for him to realize that he is falling. In life, we can control other people's lives and decisions, so we must in ourselves need to be wise in every action we will take, because we don't like to make other people, especially our loved ones, discomforted because of the decision we made. Think about Daedalus. He successfully landed on land but felt dying because he lost his son. That's all.
It was so tragic, yet we can learn a lot from it. We can never say what the poem really means, but we can enjoy all the realizations we have today. That's the ending of our meeting. Next week, we have our meeting again and Joyce will be our host. I'm excited for the next story we will discuss. See you all next week!